And we are live on Stockton 360 KXVS 92.1 FM, soon to be. And of course, we're broadcasting live on the voiceofstockton.org. This is Governor Don.
Professor Jimenez.
And we're here with a special guest for today's Stockton 360 show. We have a musical guest, which is something that we're going to be doing on Fridays. So it's very nice to be able to introduce the segment. We have now Mario Zogbo.
Yes, sir.
Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Let me get this mic a little closer to you.
Got it.
All right. How's that?
Excellent.
All right. Yeah, you sound great. Mario Zogbo. Is that is a cool name? Is that your stage name, or were you born with that?
No, that's actually my birth last name. I'm from West Africa, so that's my last name.
Tell us what does it mean? Does it mean like awesome guitarist?
Well, definitely not. Zogbo doesn't mean anything, but my first name, my African name, is Kaligbu, and it means he who opens the gate. So I think that's pretty cool.
Kaligbu?
Kaligbu, yeah.
Kaligbu?
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a cool name. The gate opener.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now, tell us a little bit about your background. Are you a native Stocktonian? You said that from Africa.
No, not at all. So
how long have you been here?
I've been in Stockton about 5 or 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been in the States most of your life, or?
No, I came over to the States when I was about 18 years old.
Really?
For school, college, and stayed for work, basically. But I grew up in West Africa.
Man, I'm hearing your accent. I would just think that you were born here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
it
different at family gatherings? Switches back?
No, I do have an accent that slips at times, but my mom is actually a California girl, and my father's from West Africa, so
okay.
I have a decent California accent.
Yes, I see.
Which people have told me before.
Yes, you got a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about your background. Have you always been into music? You've been playing since you were
always. So when I was real little, I would play on my dad's guitar on my cousin's lap and stuff like that. And then at 9, I really started playing guitar and singing. Yeah. And since then, I've really been doing it. You know, all the time.
So it's like
it's my thing.
Yeah, you've been doing it forever.
Yes,
longer
it's
than
my
almost
thing.
Anything else.
Yeah, everybody that knows me back home would be like, "Oh yeah, that kid that plays guitar and sings."
So, so where were you when you first started playing music?
So I was in the town that I grew up in. It's called Dalawa. It's right in the middle of the Ivory Coast, so it's kind of remote. Yeah.
What was the first instrument?
Guitar.
Yep. All right.
Guitar.
Do you play any other instruments?
Well, I mean, since then I've played a little bit of keyboards, and I'm primarily a vocalist.
All right.
But guitar, vocals, a little bit of keyboards, and that's about it.
All right. Well, now it's already so picturesque. Like I'm just imagining you as a young lad in Côte d'Ivoire.
In Côte d'Ivoire, yes. Yes, I.
And you got a guitar there, and people are just throwing money at you. Just like paper and coins. Like, oh, it's so much coins.
It did give me a lot of attention from the girls in school. That's for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now, you're playing as a young person.
Yeah.
Usually we learn music, songs, and then we copy and we emulate.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But you're a songwriter.
Yes, primarily.
So when did that start?
That's actually the first thing I did.
Wow.
Was pick it up and start my own little 3-note ditty and just go from there. Yeah.
Do you still play that song?
Yes, actually.
The best one.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking on the way over. I was like, I'm going to tell him that was my best one.
Yes.
And then, copying, or as we call it, covering, really that came a lot later, like actually more now. I'm in a band called Kingdom Sound, and we do a lot of covers, reggae covers.
Now that's
it's actually harder to do. Yeah,
that's amazing because it's usually in reverse.
Yeah,
people usually pick it up by emulation, but you were just possessed by the guitar.
Yeah, I wanted to get my own sound out there and write my own songs. Yeah.
Wow. So your first song was like your first thing.
Yeah.
And then you've been writing ever since.
Yes.
So you're just now figuring out how to do other people's stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Now I'm in a band with 4 other musicians, and some of us are more like theory inclined than others, but then together as a group it kind of evens out, and we're just studying whatever music we want to cover and just throwing it together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about your styles and kind of like your inspirations. What's your?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell all, like usually I don't. When I started, I actually wanted to be a country singer.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't until a lot later that I found my own genre. Like after really getting into reggae music very deeply, it was after that I found my own sound, which isn't all the way reggae music, but definitely inspired by it.
Yeah.
And then pulling from other stuff as well. And I'm so open that, it's fun.
Well, reggae is real close to country. It has a lot of some of the same elements.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Some people would argue, but it does.
It's like island country.
Exactly. That's funny you would say that because everybody's music that they write where they're at is their country music.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the native sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when I think about reggae, and there's actually some reggae tunes that are taken right out of country tunes. But even the way reggae interprets 50s rock and roll, and even the way reggae interprets the doo-wops, they come out with this bit of a country kind of flavor.
Yep, it does. It does.
How interesting. So now I'm just imagining you in the Ivory Coast and a little dude, and you're like, Mom, I need a guitar because, or Dad, I need a guitar because I actually still
say that.
You still say you need a guitar?
At 30 years old, I'm still like, Mom, I need to get a new guitar.
Oh,
please help me out.
That's good.
That's some real right there. Yeah.
Yes. I need a new axe.
Yup. It happens.
Well, now, of course, we're gonna, ask you to play a tune for us in a moment. But we really, getting to know you. We know that you were we made the connection through Press Studio.
Yeah.
And which is a great studio to have in town. People actually travel from all across the state and the country to make their way over to Press. And we actually, the professor and I, we were over there just a while ago and checking it out. And
we were.
What a nice setup.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed right off the bat, I said, whoa.
It's pro.
This is a floating floor. These walls don't touch the walls.
It was nice.
Yeah, it's a professional space. And he started at his home and moved to that location, I think, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
He did like the Steve Jobs thing.
He did. He's taking it all the way. Yeah. So it's really amazing.
Well, we've been hearing such great things about him, and so we went over there definitely to invite, the collaboration, how cool is it that artists can come into town or can be in town, record at Press, and then find their way over here, and we can talk to them and share what they're doing with the community. And that's something, it's really rare, on any broadcast medium. Yeah. It's usually like you might get that, I don't know, sometimes they pull it off on the internet, but people don't get this chance to get to know artists and to find their influence.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah,
I hope it keeps happening too.
Well, we're definitely gonna do our best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's like nowadays, it's like you got 8 seconds and then they change the channel on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you've been composing for a great many years. How many songs have you put together?
Total?
Can you count?
No.
They don't number, huh?
I definitely cannot count.
You got like stacks of books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have stacks, and my friends have stacks.
These books are from a few years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a progression, but there is a continuity there, because like I said earlier, there's still some of my first songs that I still play.
Now, that's awesome, to have, a song. Like, this song has been playing, most of your life. So it's your tune.
It's the soundtrack.
Like when you walk down the street, that's the song that's playing, right?
When I walk into the ring.
Yes. It's like he has this tune. And really, when you came in, I mean, of course you had a guitar, but when you came in, man, I felt like, man, am I hearing a tune? This guy looks serious.
I always have a guitar. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So we'd like to hear a tune. We usually go to a break, but why don't we go to a break of talking,
right,
and go to one of your tunes? Can we do something like that? Donte, you make that happen for us? All right. So instead of going to a break, we're going to go to you. So tell us about this song you're going to play for us. Give us a little background.
We're going to play right now. So I'll play a song called Africa, actually. Since you're already picturing that, I'm going to paint it with notes and words and music.
All right. Now, are we okay in the headphones? Do you need a little bit more? Or?
I usually leave it uncovered just so I can
excellent.
hear it, yeah.
All right,
sounds great. Sounds great.
So wonderful. Now, so you're listening to Stockton 360 on the Voice of Stockton, KXVS, thevoiceofstockton.org, soon to be on 92.1 FM. We're here with Mario Zogbo. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, say it for me one time. Because, everyone says it better.
Mario Zogbo.
Zogbo. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I want to get the right information.
Or you can call me Kali. Everybody calls me Kali.
Kali.
They just shorten that first name, Kaligbu, and then just call me Kali. It's just easier.
All right. Yep. Kali Zogbo.
Yeah. I like it.
You
just coined
awesome.
it first time.
That's what's up. All right. So, and the name of the tune again?
Africa.
Africa. Beautiful. All right. So stick around. We're going to listen to this from Mario Zogbo. Kali Zogbo.
The people feel there's not a cloud in the sky over that sea. Yeah, every art looking upwards in their mind. Look forwards, not backwards, stressing about nothing. Those people looking up at the sky. Color people looking up at the sky and getting vision. Everything they are in this world to leave us all alone in Stockton town. We all need Africa, if you ask me. We've all got a little bit of Africa in our. So free people, it's okay if you're different from each other, no. As long as every art looking upwards in their mind. Look forwards, not no one stressing about nothing. Those people looking up at the sky. Color people looking up at the sky and getting vision, holding everything they are in this world. Don't leave us all alone in Babylon. We all need Africa, if you ask me. We've all got a little bit of Africa in our.
camera.
That's awesome.
Africa by Kali Zogbo.
Yes,
all right. Yes, so we got now. I like the style. I see it. I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a unique style. I feel the little bit of reggae influence, but yeah. And you are a great vocalist. So this is gonna be exciting. We could just you almost could sing the whole show. Huh?
I know.
Let's have fun.
So when did you write that?
So that one, the melody on the guitar, I actually wrote when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
So it was one of the first like actual progressions that I came up with. And then the words didn't come actually until I left Africa and came here to the States. So that's the story of that song.
Yeah, a little reminiscent.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it brings out the best, yeah.
Now it's funny, people, Africa is one of those places that we talk about and we have like these imageries of, and we see it on TV, but it's got to be the most diverse place on the planet. It's so different from any other part of Africa. I mean, we got like this one image of it, but I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
So it really is. So I'm glad to have that opportunity. So you've got the Africa on TV, but in reality, you do have that, like, just vast expanses of savanna or bush or jungle, depending on where you're at. But you've also got huge cities like the size of, Sacramento or even New York City in Africa. It's just in between them, there's a lot of bushes and trees. So
a lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of space. And then added to that, it's so diverse. Like the country I come from, Côte d'Ivoire, there are Arabic people that live there and families that have lived there for, dozens of years. Like I said, Arabic people, Asian people, English people, just people from all over the world, Brazil, Australia, that actually reside there. And, people don't know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's people from all walks of life and everywhere across the globe that have taken up residence there and, conducting business, going to school.
Yeah.
And so that's the environment that I grew up in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like even, it's funny when in this country, when people from other countries, and even here a lot of times when we think of an American, you think of, what is a typical American.
True.
And a lot of us who are not, I guess the majority of Americans, we have other monikers, Asian American, African American, whatever. You never really hear European American, but, even Mexican American, even though they're like American Americans.
Yes.
But same is true even in Africa. I met somebody who was blonde haired, blue eyed, and they were like African from South Africa.
Yep.
and they're born and raised there,
yep.
Born African, 4 or 5 generations
yes.
African, blonde hair, blue eye. Right. So
yeah.
it's an amazingly diverse place. I know one of the things that I think about a lot is our perceptions of Africa is very kind of limited.
Yeah, very much so.
And when we explore that, and it must be the other way around. Like before you came to this country, you must have had a kind of perception of America. How was it different when you got here?
I really did. The thing is, I was lucky enough to come over here every summer to visit my mom's family. But even then, I still had a perception because it's like, how much perception can you have when it's just the summer, and it's only the place that you go to kind of like stock up on and get this peanut butter and stuff like that. Peanut butter is huge. I mean, you can't really get good peanut butter over there. So I mean, we would come over here in the summer and just fill our bags full of American goodies, basically enough for the rest of the year and take them back.
Yeah.
And Mom would try and ration it out, make it last the whole year, but that stuff was gone within a couple weeks.
So handfuls at first, and then eventually, like, we need spoons.
Yeah,
peanut butter's running out.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
so,
like that in Central America too. I don't know why peanut butter is such a big deal. Is it that peanuts only grow here? Is it what it is? It's a northern hemisphere.
I think it's how they make it.
Yeah, it's how they make it.
I don't know. I get mine at Winco, and they just take peanuts and smash them.
Yeah,
that's how I like it.
Crunchy peanut butter is my favorite as well.
Good stuff. But as you got to spend more time here, the perception did change.
Yeah, completely.
What is the difference from when you're a little kid hanging out with your family and going from place to place that they're very familiar with to being out here and exploring
being on my complete own? Well, first of all, getting in a lot more trouble. There's that.
Welcome to America.
Yeah, there you go.
You're totally free to get into trouble.
Exactly, and there is so much trouble to get into, but we won't even talk about that now. But my biggest
makes your songs better.
realization is that all across the world we're actually the same people. Like, it may sound strange, but there are some things that at first I thought were purely African, like random things like big families bickering and judging other people and people being cliquish or only sticking to themselves. Actually, everybody everywhere is like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in Africa and in other parts of the world always think, there's places where that doesn't exist, perfect, El Dorados or whatever.
Right.
And the truth is, it's not.
No, it's not.
So, with all the great things, like, people are the same.
Sure.
I mean, honestly, in the small towns that I come across here in Northern California, people are, like, the same as in a village in Africa.
Yeah.
And I do have one little story to illustrate that, is that when my grandfather, who's Italian-American, came to the Ivory Coast, he sat and talked with one of my uncles, and they were the same age, just because big families, age differences.
Right.
But they sat down and had a conversation without even speaking the same language.
Wow.
And they were talking about everything from, like, peanut butter to, like, rocket ships and just general, they were communicating without speaking the same language. It was really, really great. And I was sitting there watching that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now,
cool.
So you're bilingual?
Yeah, fully. So
fully
French, English.
English, yes.
Nice.
And now the French they speak in Ivory Coast is a little different.
Completely different. And I went to a French school, and we would get in trouble for using the lingo in school because they didn't want that.
That's slang.
Yeah, we have our own slang. I actually do have songs in French too.
Oh,
right.
Play.
Yeah. So now you talked about the first song that you came up with, and you still play that song.
Mm-hmm.
What's it about?
So I have a song about coming back to a certain state, and that's literally what it's called, is reviens, which is French for come back.
Yeah.
So it's coming back in so many senses of the word, like returning to a childhood state, still being in that state, moving on through your life with, like, positivity.
Now, that's kind of a deep concept for a young person, but you were on it.
Yeah. Deep thoughts.
Yeah.
They got shallower as I got older.
Well, this song that you just did, I mean, that was very, very deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and far-reaching, even though it was light enough to enjoy.
Yeah.
But you asked a question.
How old was he? How old were you when you wrote that song, your first one?
So reviens, the words would have been, like, at first when I was like 9 or 10, and then it literally took many years to find the music to go with it when I was in my first band here in the States.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So a lot of my songs actually did start out as, like, poetry. And as I was trying to figure out the guitar, I had a specific sound in mind, and I just couldn't get it, and it just took a long time.
It's all right, huh?
Yeah.
So what's the longest that you've spent completing a song, and not including the probably books of songs that you have yet to complete? But take one. Tell us how many years did it take to put finishing touches on?
Ooh, some songs are lifetime works. Yeah.
They just they're.
And
just
I'm not
alive.
trying to be deep. It's the truth.
No, artists. It's a funny thing about artists. An artist is never finished with any of their works. I've never ever heard an artist say, "That's perfect. It's done."
No.
It's just it's a funny thing, and I would ask you what's your favorite song, but that's a tough thing for an artist too. It's like, who's your favorite kid? Ask a parent that.
Yeah, and I have 3 kids, so I wouldn't touch that one.
You don't touch that. Yeah, but can you play a song for us in French?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, could we
I'd
do that
love
now?
it.
Yeah,
all right. Let's do it.
All right, so Mario Zogbo, you're on Stockton 360. Listening to us at KXVS, the voice of Stockton.org. We're going to go into another tune. This one's going to be in French.
French and English.
French and English, all right.
Reviens, Là tout ton esprit s'envole, le monde semble trop loin, reviens. Là tout ton cœur blessé a trop longtemps cherché à se consoler, reviens. Là tout ton corps si faible trouve un moment de repos. Là tout ton corps si faible trouve un moment. Come back from where your spirit swings, fly you so far away. Oh, come back. Return from where your broken heart seeks comfort and come back. From where your body lies broken and bruised along the roadside. From where your body lies broken and bruised along the roadside. Jah will be waiting there. Yeah. Jah will be waiting there. Reviens. Là tous les mémoires crient et les cauchemars chantent. Reviens. Distingue la vérité et le mensonge. Songe à l'horizon des temps. Nouveau jour se lève si lentement. Songe-y et reviens. Songe à l'horizon des temps. Nouveau jour se lève si lentement. Songe-y et reviens. Come back from where the memories cry out and the nightmares scream. Oh, come back. Return from where your broken heart seeks comfort and come back. For with the sun shall dawn a new day through trials and pain. They come with the way unto Zion where Jah will be waiting there. Jah will be waiting there. AI, Jah will be waiting there. I say Jah will be waiting there. Oh, why Jah will be waiting there. I said Jah will be waiting there. Oh, why Jah will be waiting there. Jah will be waiting there. Oh, why Jah will be waiting there. Oh, Jah will be waiting there. Oh, reviens, reviens, reviens.
All right. We need.
Bravo.
That is, it's always so cool. People who could just like play tunes. I don't know. I could talk and chew gum at the same time.
That's a skill.
But singing, I tell you, you sing something and then you got to play at the same time. Well, that's tough. You just make it look so easy. I mean, I guess that's what you get when you spend a lifetime doing music.
Yeah, because to be honest, when I started, that was my first stumbling point. I was like, how am I going to do this? And then even now, learning certain songs or even writing certain songs, I'm still like, whoa, hold on. Split your mind into, get it under control. Yeah.
Well, B.B. King doesn't do it. He stops playing to sing and stops singing to play.
Yeah. A lot of stuff, like even Sting from the Police, my band and I were trying to learn one of their songs, The Bed's Too Big Without You, and he plays bass and sings, and that's huge.
Wow.
Like, so hard. Like, he's the backbone, bass.
Yeah.
Stuart Copeland is going off over there, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
But even he, we were breaking down, I noticed that, in the phrasing, he'll phrase around the bass groove. Yeah.
I mean, how many brains can you? He
man.
He has like a quad core processor.
Yeah, he does.
So tell us about this song you just played.
So yeah, Reviens, just about returning to that idyllic state of being. What it's really based on, not meaning to go dark on everything, but it's true. The history of my country is that. What I illustrated earlier, that was like a pre-Civil War that happened, in the late 90s, early 2000s that happened. And after that, things changed. And I was really young when it started happening. And so everything went from, almost an Edenic environment where everybody's getting along and so many diverse races and people and tribes, getting along. And it looks like there was a really bright future, but then all of a sudden some people want to decide, hey, let's disagree, and we want someone from this tribe to be president and not this tribe, and we're going to favor these people. And it's that realization, especially at that teenage age, that you're like, wow, the world's kind of messed up, and just wanting to not regress, but come back, like bring back the positivity.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, from going to everything being cool to seeing, you know, people dead on the side of the road when you're young is kind of like shocking. So all that comes out in the music, basically.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a beautiful tune, but it was the lyrics were striking, and you know, I could feel that. We're talking with Mario Kufi Zogbo. This is Stockton 360, if you didn't know, and all the way live from KXVS, the voice of Stockton.org. Just wanted to bring us back from the break. I just came back and just started talking to.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
Because we're having fun.
Yeah, we are.
That is funny. We didn't even like say what we were doing, right? We just said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like we're having like a personal concert. It's really
great.
Awesome. Yes, I think I'm going to really enjoy these
Fridays.
It's almost like a freestyle.
Funky Fridays.
Funky Friday.
Oh,
all right. Yeah, let's do that. So now, you just you know, I guess decided to be a musician. Is that that's your thing? That's what you do? Do you have other hobbies, other things?
There's actually a lot of other hobbies that I have. I love electronics and IT, and that's what I do as a job right now. I'm basically the Donatello of a construction crew. So, you know, now houses have like data lines and fridges connected to the internet and stuff.
Right.
So, you know, the crew that I work on, they brought me on to kind of run the data and low voltage power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So before I was stuck in an office kind of doing like programming and stuff, but now I get to go outside, be in the heat.
Nice.
It's been raging recently, especially like up in attics and stuff. It's like over 100 degrees.
Yes.
But it's still awesome and fun. So, you know, that's another hobby that I turn into, you know, what I do for a living. And, you know, doing music, I mean, music chose me more than I chose it. Like, there have been times where I'm like looking at my life, I'm like, can I just like not not play the guitar and sing for what I do like every night, you know, at bars and clubs? It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but anybody who could eat off their art is a success.
Yeah.
You know, so that's already phenomenal. And to be an original, I mean, a lot of people who do that, they do spend most of their time, you know, playing other people's stuff.
Yeah.
You got this great library of tunes. How could you have some of your music on iTunes and things like that? How can people find it?
So I have some of my originals you can find on iTunes under Kali Dub System. But I mean, right now and for the past 5 years, I've actually been working on, you know, releasing new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like you were saying earlier, like, no artist ever says, oh, this is perfect. Like, I've been driving Matt crazy for years now. I mean, like, I want to keep working on that, and I'm not ready with that, you know, to release that one yet. And I want to tweak the mix just a little bit. And even another really great musician that he works with, Joshua David Washington, is the same way. He's like, Mario and Josh are both like, hey, I want to tweak this mix a little bit more. Yeah. And, you know, that's just how we are.
Yeah.
But one day for sure, I'll come out with my new stuff, and you guys, I'll shoot it you guys' way for sure.
Well, I mean, you know, we love to play local music. If I had my wish, you know, we play only local music.
Yeah.
But, you know, in order to do that, we got to have a great library of great tunes. You
know, the scene here is actually quite vibrant. Like, well, when I parked and walked over, there were people across the street playing djembes and percussion and stuff. Yeah. And I mean, Stockton is always moving and making sound like that, and I love it. Because people often ask me like, how'd you end up in Stockton? And why are you staying in Stockton? And I'm like, it's actually kind of cool. There's great musicians. I mean, you can go out and play at Whirlow's across the street and jam out with people. It's great. A lot of big reggae acts actually from Long Beach and LA, they come up here to jam with us, you know, in Merced and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
there's a scene.
They have the festival, reggae
in the hills and on the river.
Reggae on the river, there you go. Yeah. Delta reggae.
Yep.
So, now you've traveled all over playing.
Yeah.
Have you been all across the planet? Or at least all across the country?
I have. My mother is a Bible linguist, so I would travel with her when I was young, and then when I grew up, I just continued the tradition. And she actually still travels all over the world and goes to Israel a lot.
Wow.
So it's more of the places I haven't been that I want to go. So those places are Central and South America and Australia.
All right.
I have never touched down in either of those three places. But everywhere else, so Asia, I've been to Thailand. In Africa, I've been to like Zimbabwe, South Africa, Kenya, Mali, Burkina, and Cote d'Ivoire. Europe, I lived in France for about a year, and I've been all around there.
Tell us some of the exceptional places that you've been able to perform, things that really stand out to you.
Playing on the beach in southern France, definitely one of the best.
Fun.
Playing in the mountains in North Carolina, really great. And then honestly, playing out here in Cali is pretty tight too. Yeah.
Nice. Well, now, if we were trying to find you on iTunes, do you have a website or is it Facebook? How does the fan find you? Zogbo.
Right now, everything is under construction.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is great because he's
everything
here for
really is. Yeah. It really is under construction.
All right.
But Kali Dub System, there's stuff out there.
Spell that.
Kali space DUB as in boy, and then the word system.
Yeah.
So Kali Dub System. There's some stuff out there on like YouTube and iTunes under that name.
Yeah.
And I actually used to be a looping artist, so there's some loop videos out there with that.
Nice.
Yeah. There's some stuff out there. I'm out there just under wraps and hidden most of the time.
Now you say you play with a band.
Yeah, Kingdom
Tell us
Sound.
about that.
Yeah,
it's really great. Well, I was reading you guys' questions, and like there was one in there about like, have you ever given up or anything like that, or what would you tell the younger musicians? And the one thing is like, definitely don't give up because like, you know, I'm 30 years old now and been doing this for like about 20 years, and it's only now that I found like my team, like my band of guys that have my back, you know, and then help me get better.
Yeah.
You know, or be like, Kali, you can hit that note, or be like, you really studied that song that we're going to cover. That's awesome. Like,
yeah.
It does take a long time. I mean, it's a lifetime journey. So just don't ever give up is the main thing. Yeah, for me.
That's like the best advice for any scenario.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some young people here, swimmers, and
yesterday.
Yeah, and I get most of their advice was just try it. Give it a try.
Yeah.
But give it a try from yesterday and today, and don't give up.
And go for the best.
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, always go for the best.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Now, you have a bunch of songs. Well, tell us about one that might particularly affect you or touches you the most. You know, is there a tune that maybe sometimes you have trouble playing? Might be emotional for you.
Ooh, there's one song that's really about a girl. It's that one, and it's actually called Wine Girl, and it's a play on words.
Oh.
So it's wine, sipping on wine, and then like wine, you know how you whine.
Yeah, dirty wine.
Yeah, there's that, and then actually like complaining.
Oh, whining.
But
Whining.
all three.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And he gave that to us.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah. Well, can we hear it? Are you set up to do a live version of that?
Or you wanna? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
live is
I
fun.
love playing live. I mean, and I'm thankful for my experience to where now, I could go to, a bar or restaurant and just play it for 4 hours,
Yeah.
It's not a problem. And when I was younger, it may have been a problem, but now it's fun.
All right. So let's hear. You said Wine Girl?
Wine Girl.
Wine Girl from Kali Zogbo. You listen to Stockton 360 on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.org. Boom.
Wine girl in slow motion, give me the roots vibration of your ocean. Wine girl, you know the potion, inhalation then exhalation then exhalation, inhalation then excitation, inhalation then exhalation. Oh, 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 yeah. You're too young to be so cynical, girl. Oh no, so beautiful, but also unusually inflexible about things. Young to be so cynical. beautiful, but also unusual. Inflexible, but how you be rejecting my wine, girl? In slow motion, give me the roots vibration of your ocean. Wine, girl, you know the pole. Inhalation and exhalation, exhalation and exhalation, inhalation and excitation, inhalation and exhalation. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. And when the daylight gives way to the club light, you might think that's where she belongs. When the moonlight's eclipsed by the sunrise, gonna wind down to this very same song. Why you so shy, girl? You over there smelling champagne. You could be infusing a red, 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 red wine, girl. In slow motion, give me the roots vibration of your ocean. Wine, girl, you know the potion. Inhalation and exhalation, exhalation and exhalation, inhalation and excitation, inhalation and exhalation. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa, wine girl.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Kali Zogbo.
Wine girl.
I like his name, Kali, because Kali is also a martial arts.
Yeah,
Filipino
it is.
martial
It's
arts,
cool,
Kali.
yeah.
And we do that, like, we practice it.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
It's called eskrima.
Yeah.
And Kali is one of the other terms
Yeah.
for it. Our niece.
Is it like Kali Silat too? There's that one? Is that
Kali
like a
Silat.
form of it?
It's
Cool.
a different kind of
okay.
form, but it's pretty much the same thing with sticks.
I actually love martial arts.
Oh, you got to check
Yeah.
out Little Manila. They have the eskrima class on
Was
Tuesday.
that here in
It's
Stockton?
right here in Stockton, right
Oh,
on.
cool.
I'll give you the address.
Awesome. And I love, there's a form of it with the two sticks.
Exactly, that's
Yeah,
what we do.
Yeah, that's it.
we
That's my
we
favorite
practice
right
it.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to live by some neighbors, and every Saturday morning, that's the sound I would wake up to. Tack, 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 tack,
Exactly.
tack, 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 tack.
It must be Master Juanitas' group.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Well,
Yes.
that's a great song. Yeah, I picked up on the different aspects of it.
I love the
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
Wine Girl.
Now I could hear that. That's a video, and
Let's see
with
it.
a band.
Yeah, I actually want to do that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work in progress. And then you guys have the studio version too that I did over with Matt Young at the press. So
All right. Now, so
Yeah.
how many tracks do we have on the CD, or on this? How many songs did you
He
send?
I
sent
sent you
us.
guys 3.
3.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
That's good.
Riches. Yes,
Yep.
yes, indeed. So now you're going to send over more, though, right?
Yeah.
We got to be, you got to be distributing to us. We need this great music.
Well, I'm down. I can send some older stuff as
Sure.
well.
Of course.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
different
Older you.
bands or yeah.
I had a question for him that wasn't part of the guide
Oh,
questions.
good.
If I may ask you, you've mentioned you have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So how does your work influence your children?
They actually love coming to shows.
Mm-hmm.
They sing my songs more than I do, and you can see them jumping around, doing the African shoulder dance just all the time. And
Nice.
it's great encouragement for me, and I'm sure like it's great for them too.
Yeah.
They like that Dad has songs and plays out and does his thing, and works too, and
And they
it's
want to
great.
probably be like Dad, right?
I wouldn't,
Not
I
just
wouldn't-
yet. Not just
I wouldn't-
yet.
I wouldn't counsel exactly that, but yeah. Actually, my son plays guitar and writes little tunes, and my
Nice.
daughter sings a lot too. And then the youngest, the baby, she is the vocalist. Like because at the time when she was little, and I was actually at home watching her, I was doing my vocal warm ups all the time. Because I was trying to get in shape, basically, and she would start copying me. So even the whole like la 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 with your tongue out, or even like weird sound like or yeah, or vocal fry like that. She would start copying it, and she still does it. It's crazy.
That's
so
awesome.
she's like she's got vocal techniques of like
Yeah.
Awesome.
forever's worth in her bank already. So that's cool. But yeah, I hope they find kind of like how I found other avenues of activity. I hope they find theirs too.
That's great.
But it's really cool, and we have a really good relationship. Like tonight, I'm going to take them. What I do with them when I'm not working or playing, we just go out of town and get a hotel room and just swim in the pool or go to the lake or just do something. It's really cool.
That is cool. That is cool. You know, the cool thing about your songs is they are like universal and like
world.
Kids can sing them.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of us do music, you know, and hip hop artists and different stuff, and a lot of people got songs that their kids can't sing.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
Yeah, so that's super cool. And it's funny as you were talking about that. One of my oldest was actually singing before she was talking.
Oh wow!
And the same kind of thing. Yeah, and you know, I'm talking about you, Jayla.
It's Jayla.
Yeah, Jayla. It's funny in the studio we call her the machine. Because
I'm sure
you could say like, sing that again exactly like that. Because I wasn't recording, but just do it again. Boom, just do it, knock it out. But yeah,
that's actually valuable.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
Well, you know, it's when you grow up like with your youngest. You know, she's going to be vastly in a lot of ways more capable than you are.
Yeah.
You know, our kids are like upgrades. You know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as long as the parents don't be jealous, then it all works out, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So now I'm just going to say, you know, you obviously have something here. You have something unique and something. It took like 0 seconds to warm up to you. Your songs are instantly appealing, and so we definitely hope and wish and pray that you continue and that much success comes to you.
Thank you, thank you.
And we encourage you. You've made new fans here today.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Shout out to you.
Keep sending them.
Oh yeah. I'll even tell them
Zogbo,
too.
tell us. Do you have a Facebook page? Can we like you?
Yeah. Can we like the stuff that you do? I know. Where do you perform?
Subscribe to you.
Yeah.
Are we on YouTube? Give us something.
So Kingdom Sound does have a Facebook page.
Okay.
So it's really easy to find because it's just Kingdom, like
So.
Kingdom, and then Sound together.
That's a great name too.
I'm the administrator on there, so you can find me. I have my own personal Facebook, and a lot of people just follow that stuff, and I can give you guys that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Is it Mario Zogbo or?
It's actually my full name, which is really long. So it's Calibe Georges Mario Zogbo Jr.
Wow.
Just so you don't get confused with all the other Mario Zogbos.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look, please send us the link so we can share it on our page.
Right, we'll put it up.
And we would love for you to come back again.
Yeah, I want to come back for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to bring my band.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another one of those.
Well, you know, Hotel Furnishings Limited just supplied us with this table and chairs, and we actually have more room now. And then we got some space too we can make. So yeah, we could work a band into here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How many pieces?
There's 5 of us, but
make it happen.
Yeah, I've seen bands crammed into broadcast studios. It's a thing.
You can do that. Okay, yeah,
it's
no
a thing.
problem.
It is a thing.
Well, that'd be so cool. Could you imagine like having an event here?
Oh yeah, but have you seen the movie 5 Heartbeats?
Mm-mm.
There's this one scene where they're doing like the Chitlin circuit, and they're like all crammed onto a stage that's like smaller than our
Oh yeah, we've been there. Yeah, it happens.
Got to do it.
Yeah,
whatever it takes. Well, we thank you, Kali Zogbo. I like that. Is that the good? Is that the name?
Yes,
yeah,
I like it too.
It's very unique.
We're coining it right now.
All right,
I love it.
We thank you for coming in. Again,
thanks for having me.
You are invited back. We'd love to hear from you. And please also, share with us, when you're performing. We want to let people know. We'll be playing your songs on our station.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
It's lovely to have local music. And when people hear it, they don't say, oh, that's a local song. They'll be like, oh, that's a great track.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be good. There's lots of good things coming.
Oh, thank you so much for coming in.
Yep.
All right. Give them the Facebook again, Kingdom Sound, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Facebook.com/Kingdom Sound.
So get on that, like and subscribe and all that kind of cool stuff. All right. Well, we thank you again for coming in.
Thank you, guys. It was fun.
All right. Well, you have been listening to Friday's music special on Stockton 360. This is Governor Don.
Professor Jimenez.
We, of course, want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, Hotel Furniture Liquidators and Restore Habitat for Humanity of San Joaquin, Leaders Urban Wear, Peace and Justice Network, and, of course, our founder, William E. Story. Stick around for more quality programming right here on The Voice of Stockton. You are listening to KXVS, soon to be on 92.1 FM with your help and support. And, of course, we're broadcasting on thevoiceofstockton.org. Thanks for listening in. Have a great one, and stay tuned. We got more for you.